styles. Yes, John, you said they have very different play styles. Um, you're going to see a lot of stuff from Dave. Some of it you'll understand, some of it you just have to sit back and appreciate.
I mean, right from the start with that horizontal yellow that looked a bit strange. Well, Dave noticed that another double yellow was coming in, and therefore he could take out our virus in such a way that he could set up for another one. So it's all of that, and then that combo there, yeah, that's exactly what Dave Smith does.
So far, Dave has a little bit of a lead, although no timer. So again, we're going to have a Betty Packy situation where we'll have to verify. But it seems like they got started at the same time. So Floyd's play style a lot more straightforward. You're not going to see as many fancy combos. You're just going to see really flat, fast, clean play. And there he is taking down this rather high center of his board with these blues really quickly and cleanly.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, yeah, both of these we're keeping it very close at this point. It's just trading the lead back and forth at this point. However, Floyd needs a lot of yellow. On the other hand, Dave needs a lot of red.
And just needs a couple more. If and also he's sort of tied himself up there. If he clears this blue horizontally, he's going to have the red fall right down, and he's going to get it out at a 127. Meanwhile, Floyd looking for that yellow. He's out at a 126. Oh yeah, we got Dave's timer back. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it was a little bit shy, so we had to nudge it a little bit for it to come out and play.
So far, Floyd not needing a lot of red, starting to expose it there. Column two is a little bit spired, needs a couple of blues there. Isn't really a big fan of what he's seeing on this board. Meanwhile,
Holy.
beautiful combo from Dave. And look, there's another one. No garbage, right? These take a while to set up, but I mean, look at that. It's just fantastic.
I mean, it's working right now for Dave, and I mean, we've seen some instances where Dave gets so tied up with a combo that it just doesn't pan out for him. But boy, this one on this level 7 is just working marvelously for him.
Right, and take a look. Floyd's just getting the slight lead here. He's had some really great combos himself. Column eight, he's going to need a hopefully a double yellow or some sort of nice dropping stuff. Look at that, he gets his double yellow. Looks like he's going to take the reds out in row one horizontally, and yep, this blue's going to come. Just needs a couple more reds. Meanwhile, Dave has a horizontal of his own and is just going to need to underclear this blue, and he gets the right stuff for it. So he's out at a 257, Floyd out at a 253.
Yeah, and I mean that endgame by Dave Smith was very nice. He was setting platforms at the same time that he was setting up for things to just to work out in some magical way. So I mean, oh my goodness, that it was very clean end game there by Dave Smith is all I can say.
Yeah, and this game by Floyd right now at the moment is really, really clean. There is that one tiny piece of garbage in the center, but it's actually kind of it could be useful. If he gets a red yellow, it's going to help clean out, or if he gets a red horizontal, it's going to be good. Either way, he can work around it. Meanwhile, Dave clearing out some garbage with that combo. He's got a lot to do with blue and yellow at the moment. Maybe he can set up this blue horizontal in the center of the board. Let's see. He might hold out for it. Who knows?
I mean, he's setting up horizontals everywhere, so that could be perhaps a situation. Oh, that
Oh,
talk. Oh, I wanted to
oh,
see that
I wanted the
sweetie, and
tea.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, it happens sometimes. Perhaps we wish too hard and had a little bit of influence there.
Yes, and again, check out Dave going really hard on this horizontal game. Drop some a combo with some garbage and a virus, but it's no match right now for Floyd's really clean play. He just gets two blues and he'll be out. He'll be out at a 430, which is a really, really great time. Taking a sip of Dr. Mario juice right in the center of the level. But take a look at Dave, still really holding out for these horizontals that he's got set up. He's letting some of them fire. But it might be a Dara situation from the previous game where he's holding out a little long.
Oh, interesting. I would think, yeah, just fire it up and boom, there goes the tea. So we eventually got a sweet tea there, that just perhaps not the one we were expecting, or not in the way that we expected it to happen. But there you go, it happened in the end.
And that's the story of Dave. Always comes through. Right.
Right, but unfortunately, Dave, yeah, was stuck at this point, not getting the blues that he needs to, well, open up that last yellow. Yeah, there's really no other way to go about it at this point, and unfortunately, he gets the blue yellow, so it's going to drop, and he's going to be out at a 537. So it's quite a hefty situation there for Dave, given that it's about a minute of difference.
Hmm. And Floyd's on a really nice pace, and everything is just falling into place for him. Ha ha ha. Um, and just it's really clean. There hasn't been a lot of garbage this whole level, and yeah, nothing really to say about this. But this is just nice play from Floyd, simple. And if he drops this blue here, yep, he's gonna get a horizontal and set up for the second horizontal with these yellows on the bottom. Woo! 6:12 for Floyd. I think that's setting the fastest time of the night. So GG's to Floyd.
Definitely, and yeah, as you were saying, just clean playing from start to finish. As Dave realizes that Floyd has won, and he's just gonna move on into game number two. Right, so Floyd is ready to just get on going with the next set of games, and Dave also ready. So we're just gonna wait for the countdown to get us going and see whether we have to do a third game or if Lloyd can close this. As we have a 3-1 and Pills.
And they're off. Floyd a little bit behind Dave. Notice Dave already setting up for his first horizontal there. Now, if he's able to clear out that yellow in the center, he'll have that possibility for another red horizontal. Meanwhile, Floyd just going for nice simple stuff, um, nice garbage drop. And so, yeah, again, looking pretty clean for Floyd.
Yeah, on the other hand, Dave, I thought he had a bit of a misplay there with double yellow that ended up horizontal, but no, he actually had noticed that he would drop it from underneath and that it would actually set up for another clear afterwards. So yeah, if Jesse was confused at some point or he was a bit confused, it's because yeah, Dave does that more often than not.
Because Dave. Um, so Floyd is making prioritization choices. He could be clearing stuff out on the right, but like he really wants to clear everything out on the left to expose more viruses. So it's not a great idea to put yellow down on the right, and he's avoiding that so far. So notice he's getting more exposed. And it's still nice clean play from Floyd.
Yeah, on the other hand, Dave, okay, he had a situation there for a moment where it wasn't exactly clear how he was going to uh, open up for the red that's all the way in the corner, but he manages to clear the yellow that would have otherwise fallen on top of that. Or well, on row one, and yeah, now he has to clear all of this. Unfortunately, he drops down the red that he had on the left side. In the meantime, Floyd is already out of level 6.
Yeah, but wow, really great planning from Dave to be out of six with a really nice swaggy play there. Um, and that's the kind of stuff that he's capable of. Already off to a good start in level 7. Now, there's there's a slight timer difference, but they're looking neck and neck from the virus count.
Yeah, definitely. It's much closer as Dave gets there a side with lightning bolt, and yeah, he's just waiting for something to start working on that. I'm sure he's eyeing that horizontal there on columns 5 and 6. He already has some of it set up, but he's gonna have to feel some of that column 5 in order to bring that down.
Yes, and there he goes. He fires off that horizontal. You already see him eyeing the one from the blues there. And so, yeah, he's going to bring this down. Hopefully, everything's going to fall down smoothly because that right could get locked up if he's not careful. Meanwhile, great combo from Floyd there. Look at this. Doesn't need any more yellow, but things are going to come nicely with those reds horizontally on the bottom. And he's got everything he needs out at a 259.
Yeah, I mean, just Floyd continues doing exactly what has worked so far for him. Just clean game, clean game, clean game, and that's basically the mantra for today.
Hmm. And despite Floyd's awesome play, sometimes he's had trouble getting out of round one. He's gotten some really bad RNG in some of the tournaments, and it is frustrating for him. But I think he's smooth sailing so far for him, looking really good.
On the other hand, Dave just needs the right pills to get out of here. That blue yellow, not exactly. Oh, and the double blue comes right behind. So
Oh,
had he noticed and corrected course there, he could have been out already. But he's going to be out nonetheless at 353.
but he's about 20 viruses behind Floyd at the moment. Floyd tucking at the bottom to clear out those reds. Really nicely done. Um, I think he's got the option. I don't think he's going for the option of these reds horizontally, although now he can and he does it. That's going to drop some garbage down on column four, but nothing that can't be cleaned out really easily or waiting for the underclear.
Yeah, he actually has a lot of blue in other parts of the board, which, well, now that I'm saying it, of course they're gone. So what do I know?
Man, Dave had this combo down the center of the board that just ripped out a whole lot of garbage and things. It's just like the advanced thinking that he has. It's really really interesting. And meanwhile, Floyd out at about a 434. Great pace.
And I mean, at this point, David definitely needs some of this interesting thinking, given that, well, his board is basically populated by these blue viruses all on the top line, and boom, he brings down all that right side with one swish motion.
Yeah, it is. It's so cool. Now, Floyd's board might give Dave a little bit of a chance to catch up. He's got these yellows, and it looks like he's trying to take them out vertically. He would have had to build a really high platform to get them horizontally, and avoids the horizontal take that he could have had with that double yellow, but a really nice cascading combo down the board.
Yeah, I definitely could have done something there, but yeah, it was, having to deal with the garbage at some points really not what you are going for. And as we've said, at this point, Floyd is just going for that clean, quick gameplay, and yeah, he's just sticking to that.
Yeah, but then Dave just had this really epic clear, and look, another one. Boom, boom, boom. Just it's like half the board disappears when he does these things, and they take a while to set up, but they're so satisfying. He's just got one left here, and he's out at a 604, but it'll be very, very tough to catch Floyd. I think it might be a done deal here. Floyd's board is filled with doubles. It's going to be really convenient for him to finish quickly.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, it's already single digits. It's a very clean board at this point. Everything is working marvelously so far for Floyd to just finish this last bit of the game. Yeah, he's just gonna horizontally for it. That way, he also has a place to quickly put the pills that he doesn't need, and he's gonna be out at 636.
All right, so yet another sweep for our round one. GG's to both players.